gas into a vacuum chamber, that gas expands, it goes everywhere, it fills the chamber, right?
It does.
Right. So NASA claims that stars are formed by gas clumping together in the vacuum of space. Right? How does that work?
I don't know, but you have to watch on the History Channel, you have to watch how the universe works.
Uh-huh.
And it'll explain all that crap, because it blows my mind.
Okay.
I just go,
Gas clumping together in a
gas
vacuum?
clumping together. I don't know how gas would clump together in a vacuum. I don't know.
Okay. So on a test, have you ever seen a test question that you knew the answer to, but you didn't agree with the answer?
Oh, I'm sure I have, but I haven't been in school for so long, I probably can't remember specifically one of those, but I'm sure. I remember the last question I took in the last class before I started my postgraduate was inorganic chemistry 2, and the question was, from a piece of limestone and a piece of coal, make the formula that they use to make pantyhose. And I literally, out loud, said to the teacher, "Are you kidding me, Dr. Dean?"
Wow.
So, anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So the question here is about when you encounter a question that you don't agree with the answer, but you're kind of forced to tell them the answer that they want to hear, right? And so do you ever feel like this is being forced to lie?
I would probably put the answer that they want, but I would definitely discuss it with the teacher. And to give you an example of this, my son, years ago, was in high school and had a math question that he couldn't do. And I said, let's look at it. And I figured it out, gave him the answer, and he goes, that's not how we do it.
Uh-huh.
And I said, oh, I don't care how you do it, but that's the answer. And he goes, okay. So he did it the way I showed him. He got the answer. A couple of days later, I says, hey, how did your math? Did you get your math right? He goes, I got half credit. And I said, why half? He says, the answer was right, but I didn't do it the way
They wanted me to do
she
it.
wanted me to do
Yeah.
it. And I said, that's bullcrap.
Yeah.
You know what? If you get the answer, you get the answer.
Yeah.
Whatever. So anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So if a test question were to ask, if a test question were to have you answer a question and say, cats are dinosaurs, and that's the answer to the test question, and if you don't answer the way they want you to, they're going to dock you for it. Do you feel like that's being forced to lie and say cats are dinosaurs even though you don't believe cats are
Yeah,
dinosaurs?
I'll do, in undergrad especially, you're just trying to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
So you pretty much do what the teacher wants. And if
Yeah.
that'll get you through it, then you do it.
Okay.
There
Would
were
you-
classes I took, there were math courses I took that I had no use for. Told the teacher, I said, you're a great teacher, I can't have fun coming in here, but I says, when I leave this class, I will never use this again. I'm doing this so I can get my A and get into my postgraduate stuff.
Yeah.
And he says, okay, I'll go with that.
Would you appreciate having like room off to the side to say, I disagree
Oh,
with this
absolutely.
answer, and this is
Absolutely.
why, and that way you're not feeling forced to lie anymore?
Absolutely.
This is the answer you want to hear, but I don't believe in
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Okay, that's what kind of, I'm trying to evoke change,
Yeah.
and kind of, there's too much indoctrination in academia today, and in order to change that, we have to stand up and
And
speak up.
especially undergrad, like I said, unfortunately, you're doing whatever you have to do to get through, to get to where you want to go.
Yeah,
And so, yeah, I guess you do have to do things that you disagree with and stuff like that, but you just do it because you know you're just going to do it and get through it and move on.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
yeah. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Join me. Become a defender of truth by actually getting up and doing something. I've got phone numbers and emails here. Send a text. Send an email, not just to these people, but to your local school teachers and school boards. Write to your state board of education. This problem is everywhere. Defend your right to disagree and have your own beliefs. Together, we can make a difference. Send.